Uncle Bud and the Bullies. My Uncle Bud was okay. He had been a criminal by trade in his younger days, actually serving a stretch in the federal pen in Leavenworth, Kansas. He was, by the 1940s when I knew him, about 50 or so, and worked at the Max Cat's bag factory, a legitimate job. He would come over to our house for Sunday dinner once in a while, but usually would just show up, talk to Mom and Dad for a while, leave a sack of jelly beans, and be on his way. He would always tell me a little moron joke. I thought he was hilarious. At any rate, down on the corner of Alabama and Lincoln were a gang of intimidating bullies. Randolph Scheib and the Gritton twins, all three a year older than me. Every time I passed, they would exact a toll. I had to go that way every day because School 31 was also right on the corner. Of course, in the summer when school was out, I didn't have to go by there. Nevertheless, it still wasn't right. By the way, the toll was my choice of a nickel or a real hard hit in the arm, one that left a welt. I always chose the nickel if I had it. One day I didn't, and Dallas Gritton slammed my arm so hard it made a bruise. I went home trying not to cry, and there at the door was Uncle Bud, about to leave. "What's wrong, Jimmy?" he asked. I told him in vivid, humiliating detail. He looked at me and with a long sigh said, "Come with me, we're going back down the street." "Oh no, I didn't want any more trouble." "Don't worry, kid, everything'll be all right." So on down to the corner we walked, Uncle Bud with a smile on his face, me with a series of frightened grimaces. As we neared the corner, I could see the Gritton brothers start to head for home up the street, but as they looked back, Uncle Bud gave them a "come here" wave with a big grin on his face. Shive was on the porch, and Uncle Bud motioned to him to come too. They all came, heads bowed, a walk of contrition, but Bud was still smiling. They stood there avoiding eye contact, fidgeting for a moment, and he began. "You boys Indians fans?" referring to the AAA baseball team. Of course they were, but answered still head down, attentive, yet still contrite. "Yes." "Well," said Uncle Bud, "what do you say we all go to Victory Field Saturday night for a game against the Blues?" That's the Kansas City team. "I'll be at Jimmy's at 6 o'clock and we'll all go." The transition from the expectation of punishment to reward was now engaged. It took what seemed to be a split second, very much like a light turning on. The Gritton boys had never seen a professional baseball game. Shibe only occasionally. This was a dream come true. "No more beating up on Jimmy, and we'll go to the game once in a while, okay?" The boys in unison once again. "Yes." "Okay, let's all shake hands on the and seal the deal." We did, and as we began to disperse, Dallas came up to me and said, "I'm sorry," and gave me that fraternal tap on the shoulder. "Thanks, Uncle Bud. Things are okay now."